This right here is the Realme 9. This is also the Realme 9. I think this is the 4G one. This is the 5G one. Although Realme sent us the same back panel for both the devices. So apart from the camera module, it's really hard to tell them apart. Although I've been reviewing them, so I know which one. Anyway, this is one from GTR, and in today's video, we'll be comparing the Realme 9 with the Realme 9, the 4G versus the 5G, to find out which device makes more sense for you. So I'm not gonna waste much time, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so kicking things off, let's start by talking about the design here, and honestly, there's not a lot of things to talk about. First off, let's talk about the differences. One, the camera module. It's different on the 4G and the 5G also. The camera module is the main stark difference that any user will notice. Apart from that, the 4G variant is a little bit lighter and slimmer, which makes it far more ergonomic in your hand. Another difference is the fact that the Realme 9 4G comes with an AMOLED panel, which means that it comes with an in-display fingerprint scanner, while the 5G device comes with an LCD panel, so it comes with a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. Also, one small slight difference is in the sizes of these punch hole cameras. You really have to look at it, but you can easily notice that the 4G one has a smaller punch hole camera. And that's basically all the differences. As you can see, Realme has sent us the same color variants and they both look exactly the same. And personally, I do like this finish. It looks minimal, subtle, and if you want to flaunt it, just shine a little bit of light on it. It has this gradient finish, rainbowish gradient finish that looks really, really amazing. Now, they both do attract fingerprints to some extent, although they do have a matte finish. But yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yes, they do attract fingerprints, but because of the specific color that we have here, half of the time you won't really notice the fingerprints on. Other than that, they both have a 2+1 SIM card tray, and both the devices have a 3.5 headphone jack. Now moving on to the displays, there's literally a difference of 0.1 inch in terms of size. You get the same refresh rate. However, the 4G one, like I said, has the AMOLED panel, while the 5G one has the IPS LCD panel. Now, as you would expect, the 4G's display is not only a bit more brighter, but also more vibrant and just more pleasant to look at. And that is not to say that the 5G's LCD panel is bad. It's just personally I prefer AMOLEDs over LCD. However, if LCDs are your thing, then sure, go ahead. Now both the panels are wideband L1 certified, although there is no support for HDR on either devices. One difference that I noticed while playing YouTube is that the 4G device can play back only up till 1080p resolution, while the 5G device can play back up till 1440p resolution. So that is one difference. While with the topic of content consumption, both the devices come with a mono speaker. However, for some reason, the 4G's speaker do sound a little bit louder. It's not a massive difference, but it is definitely noticeable. Speaking of things that are noticeable, let's talk about these cameras. Alright, so moving along, let's talk about the camera here. Now the 4G device comes with a flagship 108MP sensor with an 8MP ultra-wide sensor and a 2MP macro sensor. On the other hand, with the 5G variant, you get a 48MP primary sensor and that's about it. You have the useless 2MP macro sensor and a so-called black and white sensor that nobody cares about. Up front, you get a 16MP sensor on both the devices. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The fact that Realme is cost cutting with an ultra-wide sensor here is genuinely very disappointing. So at least judging by the spec sheet, the 4G one has clear-cut points for it. However, we do not buy devices based on their specs. We actually test out the camera performance. So here's how both the devices perform in the real world. Now shots are more detailed on the Realme 9 4G thanks to the better pixel binning. In fact, it uses nano pixel binning, which is basically 9 in 1 pixel shots. So as you can imagine, the details are far better here. The HDR shots are also better on the 4G device. One thing that I will say is that in some instances, the 4G phone does click slightly warmer shots. In comparison, the Realme 9 5G has closer to reality colors. Moving on to human shots, once again, the 4G device has better results here. However, it's not a lost game for the 5G. In fact, when you talk about selfies, they are much more sharper and better detailed on the Realme 9 5G. Also, switching on to low light shots, once again the Realme 9 5G comes out on top. Now moving on to videos, both are capped at 1080p 30fps, although the videos recorded are slightly jittery on the 4G and smoother on 5G. See, at the end of the day, there's no clear winner here. In some areas, the 4G one performs better. In some areas, the 5G device performs better. However, for my personal usage, I think I would pick the 4G variant here. However, if you're someone who is more into clicking selfies, the 5G one will be better for you. Next up, let's talk about the performance. Now, the 4G one comes with the Snapdragon 680 processor, while the 5G one comes with the Dimensity 810 processor, while they both share the same UFS 2.1 storage. As you can see from the benchmarks on your screen, there's a massive difference in terms of performance, and the 5G one is absolutely killing the competition. It's a very significant difference. And yeah, well, be it gaming or be it day-to-day usage, the 5G device does perform better, no doubt about that. As far as real-world usage is concerned, I won't deny the fact that the 4G device felt equally snappy as compared to the 5G one, and I personally liked using the 4G one, but that's more because of the fact of the design ergonomics, because it's a lighter device. As far as the speed and performance goes, I will have to admit the fact that the 5G one does perform better. Also, aiding the performance is the software, and that is one more difference here. Now, while they both come with Realme UI, the 4G one comes with Realme UI 3.0, which is based on Android 12, while the 5G device is based on Realme UI 2.0, based on Android 11. See, essentially, they're the same in terms of like the majority of the features, although with the latest Realme UI 3.0 update, you get Android 12 benefits, along with a couple of other benefits that Oppo has added in ColorOS, which are also being reflected in Realme UI 3.0. I mean, that's just how things work. But yeah, the disappointing part is that Realme had said that they were planning on launching the Android 12 update for the 5G variant as soon as possible. I mean, that was the confirmation given to us during the launch of the device. Still no news around it. Next up, we have the battery segment, and they both share the same 5000 mAh battery. However, the Realme 9 4G comes with 33 watts of fast charging, while the 5G device comes with just 18 watts of fast charging. Alright, now a couple of things. One, battery life, about the same on both of the devices. You can't really go wrong with either. However, the Realme 9 4G has a slight advantage, like I said, because it comes with faster charging, so it gets the crown here. However, my complaint here is that it's Realme that we're talking about. Whether you love or hate the brand, the fact is that it basically brought faster charging tech to this segment. I mean, last year we had 65 watts charging under rupees 50,000. What is this? I mean, it doesn't really sit well with me. 18 watts of charging? Realme is doing 18 watts of charging? And this is a 4G device. I mean, you are already doing a lot of cost cutting. Come on, you can give 65 watts of charging on this one. I understand prices have gone up, but still, I mean, there's just certain things that I associate Realme with, and fast charging is just one of them. So it's like, it really hurts me to have that factor missing here. Which brings us to the pricing. Now, the Realme 9 5G variant is priced at rupees 15,000 for the 4 plus 64GB variant and rupees 17,500 for the 6 plus 128GB variant. Now let's compare the 6 plus 128GB variants of both. For about 500 rupees more, you get the 4G variant that offers you a better overall camera and a much better display. You also get the same battery but faster charging speeds. On the other hand, the 5G variant offers much better performance in comparison with support for 5G connectivity. Well, as I always say, I don't really care about 5G, so personally I would go with the 4G one. As an AMOLED panel has a more likable design, the camera module looks also far more modern as compared to this one. I mean, that's also personal taste, but yeah. Design is better, subjective, but yeah, design is better. AMOLED screen, in-display fingerprint scanner, faster charging. So that is the pros for the 4G variant. Once again, that is not to say that the 5G device is beaten. You get better selfies, better low light camera performance, better performance, like much better performance, and that's significant enough to be noticeable. At the end of the day, I mean, if you are a gamer and want a Realme device at this price point, go with the 5G one. If you're a non-gamer, go with the 4G one. And that was literally it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Also, I am planning on doing a comparison of the 4G variant with the Redmi Note 11 4G, so make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. Till then, this is Van from GTR, and I'll see you in the next one.